In Chapter 4, we're going to review the different methods of printing from PaintShop Pro. We'll take a look at the different printer dialog box options. There are multiple tabs in the printer dialog box we'll review. Then we'll check into printing using different layouts. And we can even customize our layouts. So let's take a look at printing with PaintShop Pro. I've opened PaintShop Pro and I have several different images open at this time. If I go through the tabs, you can see the images that happen to be open. I'll go to the fall trees image and then I'll select the print tool. And that opens up the print dialog box. The print dialog box has several tabs here. Right now I'm using the placement tab. I can set the number of copies. I can set the orientation to portrait or landscape, and I can set the printer to center the image on the page. And when I do that, I can control the scale, or I can control the width and the height, or I can have it fit the page. And the margins, of course, will depend on the printer that I have set. I can choose the printer option, and if I have more than one printer available, I can select from the list. I can also set the properties of the selected printer. It may be I want to print on a different kind of paper, thick paper, or normal paper, or whatever. That depends on the local printer you have installed. Once again, I can set the options to fit to a page, center in a page, and when I center on the page, I can change the scale, I can change the width and the height, or I can direct it to go to the upper left of the page, or a custom offset, and then I can set the left offset and the top offset. When I select the Options tab, I can choose to print in color, or grayscale, or Cmyk separations if you're doing that. You could set it to print negative. You can add corner crop marks or center crop marks or registration marks, and you can include an image name with the print. Next, we'll look at the template options. We can ask the printer to print to a template, and that opens a templates dialog box. We can choose from many of the Avery standards. As a matter of fact, there are many. For example, if you were printing labels, or maybe you were printing a DVD disc label, well, Avery offers all kinds of options. And in the international world, they have slightly different collections. We can do combinations. If you were doing school photos, for example, you might print two large, several wallet size. All kinds of combinations are available, and they're standard sizes. If you want to print 4x6, 3x5, wallets, mini wallets, etc. When you're printing to a template, let's just choose the 5x7. Okay. Then we can fill the template with a current image or not. Well, there are more selections than this. Let's get out of the print dialog box and let's go to File, Print Layout. Now this is different from the template options in the regular print dialog box. In the layout box, it opens up a listing here of the current open images. Once again, we have templates that we can choose from. For example, if I go to the standard sizes and go to 5x7, okay, maybe I want to drag this fall trees into this 5x7 box, and maybe I'll drag the butterfly into this 5x7 box. And there are more options. If I'm not printing to a template, I can print multiple images arranged any way I like. For example, I can drag this windmill image into the space, and I get this message. The image will not fit the paper without scaling it. Do you wish to scale it? I'm going to say yes. It's fitting as best it can. I have these corner drag grip points, and I can reduce that, and I can move it around. And then I can add another picture, drag and drop this one. No scaling problem that time. Let me just enlarge this. And then let me drag Grandpa Nasman into the collection. And I'm going to increase him and maybe have both of those the same size. I think I ought to move them over to line them up with the edge of that windmill. Close enough. Once I have images in this area, I have a text option. So I can create a text field. And let me just create one right here. And now I enter the text, and I can control the size and whether it's bold or not, and I can choose the font that I would like, and I can center align or left align, and if I like, I can retain the text settings. I'll say OK, then I'll move Aunt Selma's text here. I'll create a new text field. This time it'll be Grandpa Nasman. OK. Drag this around under his picture. Let me do one more. Only this time I'm going to change the font size. And I'm going to change the font and say OK. And move that and try to eyeball it to the center. Click away and have nothing selected here now. And now I've added text to this layout, and I can go ahead and print it. I can also go in to the print setup, make sure the printer I've selected is just what I want. As you add images, you should pay attention to the toolbar here, because there are lots of options where you can center image, you can rearrange image, and there are a lot of things that you're able to do. And some of these will be gray and ghosted until they're active because of what you've selected. You have a lot of options for printing your pictures from Paint Shop Pro.